So I'll summarize the pastebin just before it gets started, just because I feel like summaries are useful because the pastebin was like a million words. So essentially, everyone knows about the cheating drama that happened back in December. I did a series of 6 1.16 streams in October of 2020. After I did them, where I was streaming, I did a lot of speedrunning streams before that, but during these 6 live streams, I had incredibly high pro rates and blaze rod rates. And this was investigated by the speedrun mod team. Now, before I get started going into this, just because I feel like this is important to say, overall, guys, I do not support any harassment, any threats, any attacking, anything on my behalf or just in general. I don't support any kind of hate at all. So back then, my runs were investigated on 1.16 on my live stream. Now, just to say something, I will show this. I'm going to scroll. So I'm scrolling through my videos 6 months ago. No speedruns. I mean, to be fair, they're speedruns, but they're not like speedruns. They're not official. No official speedruns. Okay, these are all me and my friends goofing around in Minecraft. They're not something that is submitted to an official leaderboard or anything. But anyway, that's 6, 12, 18, 19. So 19 videos ago, almost a year ago, is my last upload of a speedrun video. And it's 1.15. Now, I never uploaded a 1.16 speedrun. Since I started YouTube, I never uploaded a 1.16 speedrun. The only videos I've ever uploaded speedrunning on YouTube is this video, which is 1.15, this video, 1.14, which was over a year ago, and this video, which was also 1.14, which was over a year ago. These videos that you see on my screen, out of all of these videos, from start to finish, I've uploaded 3 speedruns. That's 3 official speedruns. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that as of 2 days ago, all of them, all the speedruns I've uploaded on my channel were still, despite the drama back in December, verified. They were still on the speedrun.com website 2 days ago. So I feel like that's important to get across before moving further. Anyway, so going on to 1.16. So basically on 1.16 on speedruns, which obviously on my Twitch, I mostly do for fun. And if you go back and you watch my VODs back then, I mean, I'm memeing around, I'm doing dumb stuff. I mean, it wasn't such a serious thing. I wanted to get a good time. I didn't even plan on submitting any time. And I say that at the beginning because I wasn't going for world record or anything. And I didn't ever get world record, but I was planning on getting a sub 25, which I ended up getting a sub 20. Anyway, they were under investigation and it was about a week later, maybe longer actually. I think it was longer than a week later. After I streamed the runs, people were suspicious from the community over like, oh wow, he had higher drops. And so they brought that to the mods' attention and then the mods came and talked to me and asked me for some things. And I provided everything that I could at the time. I provided my world download. I provided everything that they had asked for. The only thing that I wasn't able to provide was my mods folder. Well, to be fair, I was able to provide it, but I told them it'd be useless. And I'll tell you why. Basically, in Minecraft, there's a folder that's in your Minecraft that regardless of what version you're on, it's the same folder. And it's the mods folder. And in the mods folder, obviously, let's say you use Optifine or you use whatever. So the way mods work is that there's a single mods folder that in every version is the same. Now, I sped run 1.15 the day after my 1.16 run that was in question. So if you go look at my VODs, and I'm sure everyone can confirm this, and so any mods that are 1.16 are incompatible with 1.15. And so in order to run 1.15, you would have to move the mods that you have out of your mods folder from 1.16 and move in 1.15 mods. That's just how the game works. And also there's other things when I record and when you go on servers, let's say you switch to Hypixel, go on PvP Legacy, etc., etc. Anyway, so that was the only thing when the mods asked me for I wasn't able to provide. And I told them, they said, their quote from one of the moderators I talked to, which I actually showed on Twitter before, was that was fine. They said, it was a week after my run. They said, that's fine. Just give us a list of what was in it. And I gave them a list of the mods I thought that I had in my mods folder. I said I had potentially a chat mod that was made for my videos. I had Sodium, which I did, and I said that I was running Fabric. And they asked about Fabric API, and I said, I don't know, I might have had Fabric API, I'm not sure. I said if I had the chat mod, then I would have had Fabric API, and I do have Fabric API. But I said that I was pretty certain that I wasn't running it at the time, because I was, and that's me, that's my fault. Anyway, weeks go by, I'm not really being in the loop, things are happening behind the scenes. So I was accused. I had people come to me. I had the whole speedrun community Discord spamming me, calling me cheater, calling me horrible names, calling me all these things. And I went mad. I sent clown emojis. I went full toxic stand mode. I did it. I take fault for that. I did. I said mean things. I said a lot of stuff and it was not very nice. And that was when originally people were accusing me of it and it was not good. My first thought when I was accused of cheating was during the live stream run on Twitch was, well, there's no shot. So my initial thought isn't, oh, well, let me investigate. But anyway, contrary to popular belief, I did investigate. I actually used a Java decompiler and decompiled every file on my computer that I could find, every mod. And the only reason for that was because someone mentioned, well, what if somebody like sabotaged you and added a mod on your computer? And I was like, oh, there's no shot, but I'll check. I did, and there was nothing. So obviously this is back in 2020, but this was in December. Anyway, I feel like I'm just gonna watch this video because it's a good summary. Let me pull this up. Here we go. There's this video. Don't send hate. I disliked it. Okay, I did. Okay, to be fair, I do dislike the video just to say, but don't send any hate. please. I'm watching the video. But we're just gonna watch it all the way through, pause, react, respond, etc.
Earlier today, Dream finally admitted to cheating his 1.16 speedrun.
That
and
is
in a nearly 3,000 word
misinformative.
apology, claimed that it was all just an accident.
That is true.
He modded
That is
the
true.
game, accidentally left those mods on during his speedruns, and haven't
Partially
we heard
true.
this story before?
Partially true.
Dream's apology begs us all to move on from the drama, and the
That's phrased in a bad way, to be fair. That's phrased in a negative way. This drama's been for 11 months, almost. Come on now. I feel like that's a very reasonable thing to be like, let's move on.
Why is he in his bathtub bringing it up again? It's because earlier in the day, moderators rejected yet another run of his for cheating.
That is not true. That is very misinformative. So this run, you can even see on the screen right now, it says rejected. Run has some questionable aspects and was performed by a known cheater. The mods yesterday confirmed in the Discord and said that people shouldn't be saying that this run was rejected because it was confirmed as a cheated run. It wasn't confirmed as a cheated run. They removed it because it's a standard practice to remove any run that could potentially be cheated from somebody who had a run removed. So this guy saying that is just misinformation because it's not true. The run was not removed because it was a cheated run. One of the main reason that I hadn't said anything about this for the last like 3 months, however long since I removed the response video, was because there was no big drama around it. Like people didn't like me because of it, people spammed me and hated on me because of it, and that's fine, whatever, I can deal with that. But when this happened, I was like, all right, I mean, it's being brought up again. So I was like, I'll take this opportunity, I can bring it up because it's already being brought up again. And I got a message from somebody, I won't name who they are, but I got a message from somebody, it was a very nice message, and it made me want to say what I said, and it was somebody who had said before, called me manipulative and called me things before that upset me, and they messaged me and they apologized and said that they should never have said that and said that some things regarding it, and that made me feel more inclined than I had at the time. Anyway, so those are the reasons, but that is just a complete misleading lie, essentially, saying this was rejected for cheating. It wasn't, and the mods have said in the Discord that's not why it was. I'm sure that they think it could have been, because how are you going to trust somebody that, whether accidentally or not, used like a mod in any speedrun? So to me, it makes sense. And I said that in my paste bin. I said, yeah, that's cool. Like, that makes sense. And actually, as of yesterday, I myself removed all my runs. So no more drama regardless. This run as well, I just deleted them off my profile. I don't care. I'm not going to submit any more runs. I'm moving on. And I will say that my other 2 speedruns in 1.15 that you saw on my channel were not removed at all. And we're still up on the leaderboard when I removed them. The thing is, those runs are ridiculous. Like, there's no way those runs ever would have been removed. Anyway.
It's some really interesting timing for him to suddenly become apologetic about the situation.
I mean, I've been apologetic about the situation since like January. Again, that's very misleading. Like, I apologized to the mods in I think January. I did like interviews and stuff on YouTube since then multiple times. So saying that I randomly had a change of heart is not true whatsoever.
Explaining how he hired a developer to write a mod for his patch 1.16 challenge videos. And
Yes.
Dream says it was for convenience.
No. So I feel like he's just like selectively highlighting things and reading them. In this previous screenshot, we had just hired a developer to help with coding mods for videos. This is coding mods, plural. Now I'm talking about like actual mods. As an example, Sapnap's video, mobs being giant. A lot of people are misinterpreting that and saying, well, you hired somebody to make a hack mod. It's like, no, that doesn't. This is about coding mods as in like coding mods for videos, Minecraft butt videos. Anyway.
Dream says it was for convenience.
So that's misleading because that's not at all what happened, but
didn't want to waste so much time acquiring the ender pearls needed to beat the game.
So in our challenge videos, this is something that we said before on live streams about Enderman, is since like the beginning of time, like since we started doing challenge videos, we've had a plugin that makes Enderman drop pearls more likely and Enderman spawn more likely because of how Minecraft works. That's a plugin though, not a mod. And that's very important. It's a plugin that we've had since like we started doing challenge videos. After the first few, we realized, holy cow, it takes 1,000,000 years to kill Enderman. This is ridiculous. This was the most boring part of the video. So that's a plugin from a very long time ago.
He used this mod in his challenge videos for the exact
Not a mod, a
same
plugin.
reason why someone would use it to cheat a speedrun.
Yes. Obviously, I beat the game in my videos. Obviously, anything I would do in my videos is with the intention of making the video either more entertaining or better. And in that case, for challenge videos, it'd be making it so it's more likely that we beat the game.
Dream claims that this mod was used accidentally in his speedruns.
No.
And it follows
That is
from
just
his behavior
false.
that
That's
he
just
also
false.
never noticed that this mod was being used.
Okay. This is like the sentiment that most people have and are saying, like, yes, if that was the case, that sounds absolutely ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense. And that's not at all what I said, nor is that the case. What I explained in the document that everybody has chosen to either intentionally or unintentionally miss out is that I've never, ever in any of my videos used a mod that increased pearl rates or increased blaze rod rates. And as a developer, plugins and mods are completely different. So a plugin that increases pearl rates that we've had since the beginning of time is not similar at all to a mod that increases pearl rates that I had no idea existed. Secondly, it's an iteration of a mod. In this case, just to explain more thoroughly, let me draw a timeline of events. Okay, here's the timeline. We'll just draw a line. Okay, so this is the beginning of time, and this is 1.16 coming out. Now, from the beginning of time to 1.16 coming out, we had a plugin for challenge videos that increases pearl rates. So from here to here, it's completely normalized. Now, around, let's say like here, I started paying a developer to make mods for my YouTube channel, and they're just coding plugins for me and the dream team because that's what I'm paying them to do. After this point, I asked them, can they make a mod to improve our videos? At no point in time did I ever say to make a mod that upped pearl rates or upped blaze rates or anything. I said, make a mod that improves our videos. Now, I'll show you the difference. So right now I'm on no mod. You see my F3 menu? It's like big and bulky. There's like a million things. It's annoying. It's hectic. If I go to the nether, so you see all these particles? You see all this? There's other stuff like, I don't know, there's like certain mob sounds and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and switch Minecrafts real quick, and I'm going to put on my recording mod. All right. So as you can see, okay, first, okay. All right, never mind. This says dream not found. Okay, anyway, okay, that's part of the mod, but okay, that's okay. That's actually not part of the mod. That's part of. Okay, I didn't do that. That's all I have to say. I didn't do that. Okay, whatever. I'm moving on. Anyway, so okay, whatever. Anyway. As you can see on my F3 menu, look at my coordinates. You see the difference. Now, when I go to like load like a texture pack, cont 4K, shut up. Let me just put on like, whatever. Okay, I don't even care. I'm just switching. Look, there's fan art. Can't do that in normal Minecraft. Let me go to like my title screen. But look, Dream servers. When I go here, wow, there's the Dream SMP, there's recording servers, there's bits, there's shorts, there's thumbnails, there's drills. The point is, I wanted an overall mod to improve my videos, and there's things in it like, as an example, particles in the nether reduced. And the reason for that is that particles in the nether can make your bitrate really bad, and your bitrate is just something that affects your quality on YouTube. Anyway, so now that we're past that, essentially the timeline of events is this. Now, when 1.16 released, the developer, who's been working on mods since many months before 1.16 was released, realized that in 1.16, there's piglin barters, and piglin barters are better for getting pearls than killing endermen. And so he realized, oh, well, whenever the plugin that currently works on 1.14 can be better on 1.16. And so on 1.16, he worked on a plugin. Now again, importantly, a plugin, not a mod. Now, I was not aware even of the plugin. He also made a mod, and I'll explain why. In single player, it's different than in multiplayer. And we've done videos that have to be in single player, like the shock video. So you need a client-side mod for that. So them having the foresight that they do thought, oh, that'd be great. I can make a mod that does it as well. That way there's, even if they're doing it in single player, they still have the same effect, because that would be pretty annoying. So anyway, so this was put in an early iteration of the Dream Team mod, right? I was unaware of this. Now, this mod is something that I used frequently in all of my recordings and all of my streams and all of my practices and everything. And this mod, I had no reason whatsoever to believe in any way that this would ever have any negative thing in it. The second thing is that the second that I was accused, which was a week after my stream, I figured, like, people are saying, again, this is the narrative. How would he not realize? How would he never think? Just the first thing I would do is check my mods. Like, yeah, I did. I decompiled them with the Java decompiler to even look through the code and make sure. And there was nothing. But the problem is I was asked a week after my run. And in a week, a lot changes. I move mods around. Mods are deleted. New versions of mods are updated, so on and so forth. By the time the week had passed, there was nothing. So I had no reason whatsoever in any way, shape, or form to believe in any way that I ever could have cheated. So there's that. Now I'm going to continue watching this video.
When your luck is 1 in 7.5 trillion and you're an experienced speedrunner, how can you claim to not notice that something's wrong?
So the thing is, as far as I know, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, this number, 1 in 7.5 trillion, came to with binomial distribution, which is over a long period of time. And basically what it is if you have a higher percentage over a long period of time, then you can come to a conclusion it's unlucky. It's not going, you got a 1 in 7.5 trillion, you were just always getting pearls. Obviously that's noticeable. If you're always getting pearls, that's something you notice. But if over time, over 6 days, you're just getting more pearls, like not that much more pearls. I mean, you're getting a decent amount more pearls, but you're not getting so much more that every time you're you're trading, you're getting pearls. So it's not as noticeable as making out to be. Wouldn't you notice good luck? It's like, yeah, but I have something to show, which I will pull up. This is a screenshot of me. This was the day after my record on 1.16. And this is talking to a moderator before anything was brought up about luck. We're talking about luck, but it's unrelated. I promise it's unrelated to the speedrun controversy. I'm sure the mod team could confirm that. I said, I feel like my drop luck is average. My seed luck is pretty good. Chest, I don't know. Feels normal. But I say in this screenshot, which happened on October 9th, that I feel like my drop luck is average after everything that happened. And it was unrelated to being accused in any way. I volunteered that information. We were just talking about luck. I had 150,000 people watching me, and one person after a week tweeted something saying, oh, this seems kind of suspicious. You had higher luck. So if 150,000 people, of which probably not a decent portion, but probably a lot of them were professional speedrunners like, Benix and Illumina and Sizzler and people that were watching my stream, how am I supposed to have noticed it when I'm playing and I have no reason to believe that things are increased when none of them did? Anyway, I'll go back to watching the video.
To not notice it over numerous streams and then after being called out.
Dude, it's binomial distribution. It's not, maybe he watched my streams back then and didn't see anything, but he's like, oh, you should realize as an experienced speedrunner, like this was my second time ever running 1.16.
Even entertain the possibility that the drop rates were modded when you'd been using a mod that does literally exactly that.
It's just a lie. That's just a lie. That is an outright complete lie. I never said that anywhere. That is completely out of context. I've never used a mod. I've never knowingly, since I've played Minecraft 11 years ago, said or ever used a mod that had increased pearl drops or blaze rods intentionally in videos or out of videos. Mods and plugins are different. I've never once in my life had a mod that did that. Why would I even think that I would? But as I explained earlier, I actually did.
Is not realistic. This
it is realistic.
A mod that he personally hired.
No, this is just a lie. I didn't hire a developer to purposely, I didn't go to the developer or any developer and say, make a mod that has increased pearl drop rates or blaze rod rates. No, I did not do that.
Dream comes across as attempting to muddy the waters and deflect blame to the modder for his own mistake.
I didn't name the modder. I didn't say it's the modder's fault. I didn't say anything at all. I just explained. Since when is explaining yourself being manipulative? Since when is explaining yourself deflecting blame? That's not at all. In my apology, I was saying many things about it that were not deflecting blame in any way. I was saying, yeah, I was an asshole. Yeah, I was a fool. I was an idiot. Yeah, I shouldn't have done what I did. I should have realized way sooner. And I shouldn't, if I was not being as hard-headed. And I said in the post, I don't know what the exact quote is, but I said that I tunnel visioned. I said that I was more concerned with being right than I was with working things out. It's tough to be told to your face that you're a cheater when you know you're not. It sucks. I feel like the average person in that situation would do the exact same thing. I wish that I could go back, hindsight's 2020, and be more level-headed and not be an asshole because I was. And I feel like I've done assholey things a lot, since I started YouTube out of anger when things were being brought up, even just about controversies involving me saying things that I regret saying, like with the R word and stuff. I was first abrasive and then I was understanding. It is something that I struggle with, and I apologize to that. I apologize for that. I apologize to the mod. And the person that I believe was by far the most affected in this whole drama was Geosquare, who made the original video. Geosquare has reached out to me and we're good. We talked about it. We apologized to each other in private and worked it out. That doesn't have to be a public display. Not everyone makes their apologies and misgrievances public for sympathy points. And so I feel like in this case, I did. I recognized that I was an asshole. I recognized that what I did was wrong. I recognized that I could have handled things better, and I did my best to resolve it. I'm sure some of it I could have done much earlier, and I did some of it, like I said, in January, but I have done more recently as well. And anyway.
At the end of the day, though, it's not difficult to notice when there are mods affecting your game.
It is difficult.
And it was his job as a speedrunner submitting a time to notice it.
That's true.
If I were caught modding my game and had submitted my run, I would be embarrassed and apologetic.
That's true.
I wouldn't attack moderators.
Yeah, but again, it's just misleading because I didn't know at the time that I attacked the moderators. If I had known that I had accidentally had a mod on, why would I go to Twitter and, be so adamant? Why would I go and hire an astrophysicist from Harvard? It doesn't make any sense. Obviously, again, it's just me explaining myself. But from my perspective, it doesn't make any sense. I told the professor in the emails, and I'm sure somebody could email him and ask him, I told him, hey, I didn't cheat. Help me prove that I didn't. That's what I said. Why would I go to a professor who could come back and say, you're an idiot, you cheated 100%, the numbers are obvious, if I had cheated? So what he's saying is true, but it's misleading.
Submitted my run, I would be embarrassed and
I am embarrassed, and I was embarrassed, and I was embarrassed for a very long time. I will say this isn't for sympathy. This is me explaining myself. People who are going to say this, that what I'm about to say is manipulative or for sympathy, or that I'm only saying it for like whatever points. Ever since that I've known, which was when I removed the response video 3 months ago, and I realized, and I talked with a developer, and I ended up realizing, oh, there's a time frame that matches up where I potentially could have had a mod on that would have increased rates. I removed my video, and I recognized, and I felt really guilty. And since then, I've been kind of fucked. And I'm saying, I'm just being completely candid. I have streamed way less because of it. I have been way less active. I have been way more felt embarrassed. I felt guilty, and it sucks. So yes, it's something that is how I feel. And I think that putting it in a way that I don't feel that way, you don't know how I feel. You have no idea how I feel.
Speedrun moderator team did ask Dream to see the contents of his mods folder. In a Twitter thread, Dream claimed that he provided moderators with everything they asked for. Dream then immediately contradicted himself, writing that he wasn't able to provide them with the mods folder because he overwrote it.
So again, just to clarify this is way before anything was like, I was like being accused of cheating. They were investigating the run, but they weren't telling me, hey, you cheated. We were on really good terms. We were just talking. They said, hey, can you send us your mods folder? And I said, oh, why? And they said, because we want to get update dates. And I said, oh, well, there'll be no update dates because I move mods in and out of my folder every day. And they said, okay, well, that's fine. Just give us a list of things that would have been in it. And then I did. So in my mind, I provided everything I could. Yes, technically they asked for something that I couldn't provide, but from my perspective, it was a nice conversation. They said, hey, can you provide your mods folder? I said, hey, no, I move files around. It would be useless. And then they said, oh, okay, well, just give us a list. And I gave them a list. I wasn't thinking at the time, I need to be careful everything I say and everything that I do. No, I was just thinking, oh, it's just, the mods are being reasonable and they're doing their job. At this point, me saying I provided everything that the mods asked for was true.
Dream then immediately contradicted himself, writing that he wasn't able to provide them.
I didn't contradict myself because I provided everything they asked for. They said, that's fine. Do you have this? And I said, yes. So I felt like it was like a substitute.
However, the Dream told them he deleted his mods folder in frustration.
Okay, that's true. But again, it's misleading because if you look at the mod conversation, again, it was a friendly conversation between mods. This was later on, and this was after I had already been accused of cheating. When I said that, it was in reference to the fact that I have a setup because I constantly move mods around. I have like 10 folders, 1.15 mods, 1.14 mods, but they're all within the overarching mods folder. And so when I was being accused of cheating by everybody in the Speedrun Discord and everybody on Twitter that, wasn't a fan of mine, and I had no idea what was going on, I deleted my Speedruns mods folder because I didn't plan on speedrunning at all anymore. And this was after the mods had already asked me for everything that they could have. Again, that's just a miscommunication because that was way after I had already talked with the mods once or twice. I had already given them the world download. I already given them what they needed. So it wasn't like, wow, he deleted the one thing that could prove his innocence. Like, no, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because it was a week later. It was already modified and you already move it in and out. So it literally wouldn't matter in any way whatsoever. And two, that seems pretty logical to me. Hey, you're not speedrunning anymore. You have a useless folder. Why would you not remove it? I'm pretty sure the folder was empty at the time anyway. But anyway, that's just a miscommunication. And I feel like this is just him taking it completely out of context because that's not remotely true. My mindset at the beginning was, the mods are competent. The mods will work it out and we'll figure out, and we'll just be able to shut people down and say, no, you're an idiot. Dream didn't cheat. I have no reason to be like, I need to like make a backup of my computer and store a second hard drive and whatever. Like, no, obviously I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking, whatever. People are annoying. They're pissing me off. I'm being unrightfully accused by randos on Twitter and Discord.
Dream stated that rejecting his 1.15 run after 11 months was dumb, but he also says it was understandable.
Yeah, I feel like it was kind of dumb. I feel like it's something that's just going to spark the drama again, and it was something that I thought was not necessary, but also it's understandable. From their position and me understanding where they're coming from, it's understandable, and I said that. I said it's understandable. And the line that he didn't read right after it, I said, if anything, I deserve it. And he doesn't read that. He reads the I think it's dumb part, and then ignores the next sentence and a half.
He states that the mods were extremely unprofessional, but that it's understandable because they're just a group of volunteers. He also calls them...
Yeah, and they've admitted that. They've apologized to me in private for being unprofessional. They've DM'd me and said, hey, yeah, we're sorry, we could have handled things better. And again, that's all handled privately. It's not something that we're going to be publicly tweeting out on Twitter every time we exchange words in private. So me saying that, I felt, at the time I was frustrated because I felt like they were handling it unprofessionally. Again, I'm just sharing my mindset from the time. And it was something that is objectively true. I should have never let it get to that. And it didn't help that I was like, they would do something and then I would say something mean and they would say something. It was just like, at that point, I was handling myself poorly. like extremely poorly. It wasn't just their fault or just my fault. It was in that case, it was both sides are being unprofessional. I was just being unprofessional with a huge platform, and they were being unprofessional with a small platform. I think that being unprofessional with a big platform is worse. So again, I'm just as human as they are. So it's just as likely that I'm unprofessional as they are. I still have a lot to learn as a creator. And like I said, I'm sorry for it. And I'm sorry that I was an asshole. I shouldn't have been an asshole. I need to get better at controlling my emotions when I'm mad.
They're not paid to do that. They have jobs and lives.
I don't get his point. So his excuse for why it's not right for me to be like, oh, I kind of wish if they had asked for my mod sooner, there's a chance that I would have been like, oh shit, and nothing would have happened. Me saying that, well, it's not their fault. They have jobs. It's like, okay. I mean, whatever. Like I understand. It is, but it is their job as a speedrun moderator. But again, it's not placing blame on them. It's just me reflecting and being like, hindsight's 2020. If that would have happened, that would have been very cool. Things would have been avoided.
Worst of all, Dream calls them out for not being impartial enough.
I mean, maybe this part of the pastebin I could have worded better, that one sentence. I said, I had plenty of valid reasons to believe that they weren't impartial, and had the mod team and I been completely friendly from the beginning, I believe it never would have gotten to the point that it did. I mean, again, they've admitted I had valid reasons to believe that they weren't impartial. There was multiple people on the mod team that openly disliked me. Does that mean that they're going to do something impartial, especially when it means numbers? No. But does it mean that I could think that they would? Yeah, I'm human. I'm going to think if somebody that doesn't like me is in charge of potentially something that could like hurt my career, I'm going to be thinking, yeah, maybe this guy shouldn't be, doing that, right? I'm gonna be thinking, oh, this is worrying. This person that doesn't like me has a lot of control over public perception. I had valid reasons to believe that they weren't impartial, and if me and the mod team and I had been friendly with each other from the beginning, I don't think it would have gotten that bad, because I would have been I've been thinking, oh, well, this is like a witch hunt, which was dumb of me to think, but I feel like it's not completely unreasonable given the circumstances.
Let me remind you that they posted a report about probabilities, and that this was his response. This
is my response to their document. This is my response to their video. And again, I was being an asshole. People have said before, it reads like a Trump tweet. It totally does. It was dumb. It was made emotionally right after I saw the video. I just saw a video get posted, and I had talked to Geosquare the day before, and after I had heard that they might be doing a video, and I was like, hey, if you're going to be releasing a video, that'd be a huge deal. And I said, basically let's work it out. Let's figure out what's going on, right? Now it was a little too late, but the reason I was as pissed as I was, which I shouldn't have been, was because I felt like betrayed, I guess. I was like, what the hell? Like, I tried to be nice. And it was like, yeah, you did try and be nice, but you tried to be nice, a month and a half after you were already an asshole to them.
This was his response. Needless to say.
But yeah, the video, again, is just kind of lying. Like, that was not my response to their document. That was my response to seeing their video and being pissed about it and being like, I don't understand. Like, how am I supposed to read their document? I don't even understand math. And you think I'm going to sit through like this 100-page document and be like, I see where they're coming from. This is right. This is highly suspicious. I have no clue what I'm doing with math. I'm going to read it and be like, yeah, this is gibberish. Like, I have no clue. Like, I have no idea.
Really doesn't come across as giving a shit about the moderators at all.
I'll be honest, I didn't. I'll be honest. At that point, I did not. That was shitty of me, but I didn't. I cared more about the fact that I felt like at the time I was being slandered. And so I cared more about myself than I did about a mod team that I thought was slandering me. None of the mods are bad people. The mods are great. The mods did a good job, and they did what they should have done.
The fact that his fan base has been actively shitting on anyone stating that he cheated, including myself, for the past 6 months, Dream only chose to come clean now, after moderators...
I mean, he shows this screenshot, which is one random screenshot. Dream did not cheat. Apologize. Like, showing like how toxic... This person's so toxic. Dream did not cheat. Apologize. And then a reply with 7 likes. And then this guy with 5 likes. Dream cheated. Check out 7 likes. Keeping ignorant. Okay, so he's arguing back and forth. 5 likes, 7 likes, 0 likes, 0 likes. Like, oh, wow, you're being so overwhelmed by this guy saying apologize and spelling it wrong. Everyone and their mother has come out being like, Dream stans have threatened me for months. It's like, yeah, and I've been threatened and I've been attacked and harmed by people who were pissed at the fact that they thought that I cheated in a block game. Is death threats or harassment justified in one situation or the other? No, they're never justified under any circumstances ever. Nobody should death threaten, and nobody should be blamed for death threatening unless they death threatened somebody or they said, hey, thumbs up, death threatening is cool. No, death threatening sucks. Harassment sucks. No one should do it, regardless of who it's to or why.
Dream claims he never told the truth sooner because he figured the community had been through enough.
So again, like just the whole way he puts it, it's just so misleading. He says that I didn't tell the truth earlier. No, I didn't lie. I did not lie. As soon as I realized that what had happened, I removed the video. And I said on live streams multiple times, I said, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Yes, it's been 2.5 months or however long since I realized, and I should have said something earlier. I'm sorry for that. I should have said something earlier. But to me, I felt guilty and I felt prideful and I felt I already went through all of this shit for nothing and all of this hate and like people saying like, oh, there's so many people that, thought you didn't cheat. Like that's true. There's a lot of people that were going, oh, Dream didn't cheat. And in this case, it depends what your definition of cheat is. I didn't. The run was invalid. That's 100% true. I did not intentionally cheat in any way whatsoever. And I felt bad after I found out that I had used a mod in one of my submitted runs on 1.16 that I never uploaded on YouTube. I felt guilty. I felt like shit. And it affected my mental health for the next like 3 months as I mauled over it. And I think any of my fans can probably attest to that. People take that and be like, oh, he's asking for sympathy. No, I'm not. I don't care. I don't care for your sympathy. I don't care for anybody's sympathy. In this case, I was in the wrong. I was technically in the wrong from the entire time. Yes, unknowingly, but it doesn't matter. If you do something bad unknowingly, you apologize for it. And I am. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking responsibility. I'm saying I'm sorry. He said in this case, like, oh, he for 6 months let people attack people over him lying. It's like, well, no, I didn't lie. I didn't let anybody attack anybody. And the second that I realized anything was wrong, I removed my response video and I went on live stream and said, I'm done talking about it. I don't care if people think that I cheat. I could have said nothing and nothing would have happened. I would have, been like, oh, I'm hiding something. I'm hiding something that I should be saying. And so that's something that I feel like is the right thing to do, is to be like, here's everything that happened.
Attempts to build sympathy for himself and tries to convince his...
It's like anything that you do nowadays as a content creator that is sharing your feelings is an attempt to gain sympathy. It's like, no, I'm sharing my feelings. I'm just as much of a human as you are. I'm sure you share your feelings fairly frequently. And I don't even really share my feelings much. I feel people that are fans of mine can attest to that. Like I'm here for fun and I want to enjoy myself and I want people to find enjoyment in my content, and that's that.
In my opinion, his motive for making the apology was the same as before, to baby rage because his runs got rejected.
How is that baby raging because my mods... I deleted 2 of my runs myself. How is it baby raging? I said they were right. And I said that it was common practice and to not hate on the mods in any way whatsoever.
At the end of the day, I'm just glad I can meme about everything without getting contradicted by Dreamstan.
Well, I guess he can't, because like half the stuff he said in this was just completely false. But, whatever, to each their own. Fair enough, whatever.
He's a great player, and just like Cotton, people would respect him more if he were just honest.
I swear, like, people just like want to see the worst in people, no matter what. It's like, unless you're saying the worst thing possible, then you're being dishonest. Like, even if I was to come out and be like, yes, I'm a manipulative, horrible person. I did this, blah, 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 like all this stuff. I'm gonna make a video and be like, Dream is a liar. It's much worse than you think. There's no winning, no matter what you do. Either way, there's my reaction to that video. I thought this video was funny. By the way, this is Video Game Donkey. He made a couple of videos on it. I think that pretty much is all I wanted to stream. I'm down to talk to anybody if there's anybody out there that wants to like talk. I think that at the end of the day, people make mistakes. It's one of those situations where communication was the biggest flaw and then just emotions, I guess. I don't know. It's a shitty situation regardless. I mean, I think people at this point, people made up their mind either way. Even if you want to believe that I intentionally cheated on the 1.16 submitted run on Twitch, which I didn't, but if you want to believe that I did, that's fine. But don't try and discredit my accomplishments or my YouTube channel for something that wasn't on my YouTube channel, was never uploaded on my YouTube channel, was never posted on my community tab. I have like 7 YouTubes and it was nowhere on them. And trying to use that to say he gained 25 million subscribers from being a cheater. Maybe I gained 1 sub from the whole entire speedrun shenanigan. And I gained millions of people that absolutely despise my guts and think I'm this horrible person. And, at this point, that's fine. Love you guys. I'm in stream. I'll probably stream more now, but I'm not going to be doing like speedruns. Maybe I'll do like more manhunt type stuff on stream with like George and them and stuff. So, oh, by the way, before I end, anybody can use any clips from this. The music's from Audio Blocks if you don't want to get copyright claimed. I don't think you will anyway. And yeah, so I appreciate you guys and see you later. Bye.